Today's how to build is on a Minecraft Ender Dragon. So let's get started with the micromob scale. These are the pieces you'll need for the body of the Ender Dragon. Start out with a 2x4 plate in black. Then take one of these 1x2 plates with handles. Put that on the front. We're going to use one of these 1x1 plates with a round clip. 2 of those. Then a 1x2 plate and more of those plates with round clips on the back. For the next level, we're going to use a plate with clip on the side. 2 of those up front. And a 2x2 plate. Then a 1x2 with a click hinge connection on the back. And then top it all off with a 2x4 plate. And that is the center of the body. These are the pieces you'll need for the legs and wings. All the legs are going to start with a 1x2 tile. For the front legs, it's going to be a 1x2 tile and a 1x1 round plate. Like that. And another one of those. And then for the back legs, it's going to be a 1x2 tile plus a 1x2 plate plus 2 1x1 round plates. Like that. And one more of those, and then those will go on. Front ones and back ones on the round clips. Back one and front one. The wings I'm using here are the black dragon wings. If you're feeling really ambitious, you could paint the front silver and then put silver lines sort of down those diagonals like the Ender Dragon has. I thought it worked just fine with black here at this scale, but again, for the most accurate, you're probably going to want to do that. And then for the spines on the top, so using that 2x4 plate, you take a dark gray 1x1 tile and stick it between those studs on the top and the front and the back. For the middle, you can't really fit it right in the middle, so I actually went slightly back and stuck it there. And so do 3 of those. These are the pieces you'll need for the head and neck of the Ender Dragon. For the neck and the tail of the Ender Dragons, I used a lot of these click hinges in black because that was what I had to do, so these click hinges with plates attached. You could also substitute a lot of those with these sort of new style 1x2 plate with handles and clips. If you've got a lot of those in black, I did not. I've got plenty in red and yellow, but didn't want to have a rainbow colored Ender Dragon, though that could be what you want too. So connect 2 of those clips. That's going to be the base of the neck here. Then we're going to do a 1x1 plate with clip back here. And a 1x1 plate. Then for the spines on the Ender Dragon, do some dark gray 1x1 plate with clip on the top. And then for the face, put a 1x2 plate under the bottom there. Purple 1x1 round. And a black 1x1 plate with clip on the top. Then that all clips onto the front. And the traditional position for the head is slightly below the rest of the body, so clip the head up one and then move the neck down some so it's slightly below the body like that. But you can have it pose wherever you want it. These are the pieces you'll need for the tail of the Ender Dragon. So start with a 1x2 plate with clip to clip onto the back of the body there, so the opposite of whatever clips you use there. Below that, we're going to use another pair of 1x2 hinge plates. Put some more of those gray plates with clips on the top, except I'm going to face them front to back. 1x3 plate back here. 1x1 plate below that, and then 3 more of those plates with clips on top in dark gray. And then this whole kit and caboodle will clip onto the back here. And then you can have the tail go up or go down, however you want it. So now you've got an Ender Dragon that's ready to fight your tiny or micro mob scale Steve. Now let's move on to the minifig scale Ender Dragon. These are the pieces you'll need for the body of the Ender Dragon. The body of the Ender Dragon is 3 by 9 studs. So we're going to start out with a 2 by 8 plate and a 1 by 8 plate and a 1 by 3 plate. I'm going to connect the back with some 2 by 3 plates. On the front, we're going to fill in this with 1 by 3 brick, 2 by 3 brick. Then we're going to be using hinge bricks. So again, these click hinge pieces are going to be good for our connections. So 1 by 2. Then we're going to use the new style headlight brick, 1 by 1 brick with stud on one side. Then just a regular 1 by 1 brick, and on the other side the exact same thing. So 1 by 1 brick with stud on one side, and a 1 by 1 brick, normal style. In the back, we're going to do a 1 by 3 brick. Then we're going to use some Technic 1 by 2 bricks, one on each side. In the center here, we're going to do another one of these 1 by 2 hinge bricks. Leave that place empty. And some 1 by 1 bricks here. Now, moving back forward a little bit, we'll do a 2 by 3 plate, 1 by 3 plate, then a 2 by 3 plate here. For the top layer, you can take a 1 by 2 hinge plate, another one on the other side. This is where the wings will connect, and a 1 by 2 plate here. Then across the back, 2 by 6 plate, 1 by 6 plate, and a 1 by 3 on the very back. These are the pieces you'll need for the spines of the Ender Dragon. So across the top here, we're going to take 9 of these 1 by 1 plate with clips on the top and stick them down the middle. Then along the edges, we're going to take a 1 by 8 tile and a 1 by 1 tile to fill in. And then we're going to take some 1 by 2 tiles in dark gray and push them into the middle of each set of 3 clips. So there we have the central body of our minifig scale Ender Dragon. Woohoo! These are the pieces you'll need for the legs of the Ender Dragon. For the front leg, you're going to want to start it with one of these hinge plates. Put a 1 by 2 tile on one half. On the other half, put a 1 by 2 plate next to it and connect them with a 1 by 2 tile. And then do some 1 by 1 tiles to fill up the other space. After you've done that, build another one that points the opposite direction. So you've got opposite legs that can wave to each other. Hello, leg! Hello, leg! That's what legs do. For the back leg, start with a 1 by 2 Technic brick. Put that on top of a regular 1 by 2 brick. Put a 1 by 2 tile on top of that. Lean that over sideways, just for fun. Then a 1 by 1 brick with a stud on one side. Then we're going to take some click hinges. So 1 by 2 plate. 1 by 2 plate with the click hinge on top. Click them together like so. Put a 1 by 2 tile down here and a 1 by 1 plate. Click this onto the 1 by 1 plate and put another 1 by 2 tile up here because I forgot it. And then click that into there. This is going to be a less than secure connection. These things are going to fall apart all the time, so when you're moving the foot up and down on the ankle, you're going to want to hold it tightly to position it. Then build another one of those legs so that you got two. Going back to the body, it's time to connect some legs. So the front leg, you're going to position it like that. Put a Technic pin in place. Black is the best because it works with the color of the Ender Dragon and it'll give a good strong connection, unlike the gray Technic pins, which are looser. Position one of the back legs pointing back. Flip around to the other side. Put a Technic pin in. Put the other back leg. And then the front leg. So you position the hinge and fold it down. So this is what it looks like with the legs connected to the body, but no head, wings, or tail. Kind of a creepy little thing with a nose. Could be like, blah, 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 blah. Give me some nose stuff. These are the pieces you'll need for the left wing of the Ender Dragon. So for the gray that's on the wings of the Ender Dragon, I'm choosing to use light gray, even though I use dark gray for the scales. I think that when you look at the model, the grays on the Ender Dragon do look slightly different shades, so I chose to go light gray, but if you want to go dark gray, that's up to you. So for the start of the left wing, I'm going to use 1x2 plate with open click hinge to connect to the body, and then I'm using a clip type hinge over there. On top of that, we're going to do a 2x3 plate in gray back, a 1x4 plate in gray back from that, a 1x1 plate, connect that all with a 1x4 tile. The next piece we want to connect is this 2x6 black plate, but it doesn't have anything to connect to, so we're going to take a 1x4 black plate, go across the whole thing to connect to the 2x6. Next we're going to take some corner plates, going to connect one going down from there, and one underneath that. We'll do a 1x1 plate right there. Take some more corner plates, connect one here, and here. So looking at this at an angle to get us a better view, now we're going to fill in these spots with 1x1 light gray tiles. They could be plates if you don't have tiles. I just thought the tiled look for the gray highlights looked better. And across this part, we're going to do a 1x6 plate in gray, and then a 1x2 tile off the back, and then a 1x1 black plate to connect it all together. Let's push everything together as tightly as possible. For the other half of the wing, take a 1x2 plate with a clip on the side, 1x3 plate, connect them together with a 2x4 plate, and a 1x2. And on top of that, a 1x4 tile and a 1x1 tile. Off of that ledge of plate, we're going to take some corner plates, pointing down, and a 1x3 plate. We'll use that to connect a 2x3 plate to everything that's going on up here. Down here, we're going to do some corner plates. So one like that. Then we'll use a 1x4 plate here, and a corner plate down here, and fill in these three holes with 1x1 gray tiles. And we're going to connect this to the other half of the wing, and we've got our first Ender Dragon wing. Now let's build the reverse. These are the pieces you need for the right wing of the Ender Dragon. So start with a 1x2 plate with hinge, clip, and a 1x2 plate with clip. 2x3 plate back, 1x4 plate back, 1x1 plate, connect it all with a 1x4 tile. Put a 1x4 plate across here, 2x6 plate, corner plate down here, connect it with a corner plate up there, 1 by 1 plate there. Next we'll do a corner plate here, corner plate here, 1 by 6 tile all the way down there, 1 by 2 tile at the bottom, 1 by 1 plate underneath it, and then fill in these 3 spots with 1 by 1 light gray tiles. So that's the first half of the right wing. Do a 1 by 3 plate and a 1 by 2 plate with handle on the end. Connect them with a 2 by 4 plate, and then a 1 by 2, and do a 1 by 4 and 1 by 1 tile across the top. Alright, then hanging off the edge, we're going to do a corner plate, 1 by 3 plate, and a corner plate. Down here, we're going to do a 2 by 3 plate. Then we're going to do a corner plate, connect a 1 by 4 plate behind that, and then a corner plate down here, and then fill in these 3 gaps with 1 by 1 light gray tiles. Connect this half to the first half with the clip hinge. So go back to the body and you can clip the wings on, like so, and now you can position them how you want. These are the pieces you'll need for the neck and head of the Ender Dragon. So start with 2 of these 1 by 2 click hinge plates. Connect them with a 1 by 4 plate. Then we'll do a 1 by 3 overhang and a 1 by 2 plate. And then for the spines, we're going to use cheese slopes in dark gray. If you don't have those, you could also try using more of these 1 by 1 plates with clip on the top. I like the cheese slope way though. So 3 of those across. Set the neck aside for a second. For the head, we're going to start with a 1 by 2 plate with hinge thing off the side. Then we're going to do a 1 by 2 plate with 2 clips. Alternatively, that could be 2 plates. Then a 2 by 2 plate to connect those. Another 1 by 2 plate with 2 clips. A 1 by 2 plate. Some purple 1 by 1 rounds. Another 1 by 2 plates. Connect them with some jumper plates. On the top, we'll do more cheese slopes pointing out. And then in the front, we're going to take 1 by 2 plates with handles. Put the bottom one upside down and the top one right side up. Gives us the nice mouth of the Ender Dragon. And connect that onto the neck. And connect the neck onto the body. And again, we will tilt it down and then tilt the head up to get it slightly below the body. These are the pieces you'll need for the tail of the Ender Dragon. So get all of these pieces that you got, because you're going to want a lot. Alright, so start with one of the open click hinges that way, and the inner click hinge going that way. And then open, inside, outside, inside, outside. Then put this one on top. And in the back, you're going to use this little footy piece. Now let's cover that up with some plates. So a 1 by 3 plate over here. 1 by 2 plate here. 1 by 3 plate here. 1 by 2 plates under the back. And a 1 by 1 plate. So this allows it to, this place here, it can't bend up, it can only bend down, but other places can bend both up and down, and this place can really only bend up. So there's some limitation in which way it can bend, but this was the best way I could get to get as many spines on as I wanted. Speaking of which, let's put some dark gray cheese slopes in place for the spine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then on the back of your Ender Dragon body, you're going to connect the tail. Snap, snap. Then you can position the tail how you want. Maybe make it flex up and down a little bit. I don't know. Go crazy. And you can flap the wings. Flappity flap. Oh look, it's Steve and he has a bow. That's going to keep him safe. Not.